Hello. So I'm going to begin with coffee. Actually, it's a story about coffee. So we went back to prepare for the year 2022, the new academic year, and just to get all the staff, all the teachers in sync, and have the right mindset to get rejuvenate ourselves to be ready for the following year lah. So we had a inspirational story told to us. So we were actually listening to this speaker share his experience of a very special cup of coffee. He was actually in the airport, trying to take a plane home to wherever his home is. I couldn't remember the details. But the thing is, he was actually feeling quite down because I believe his father was ill. So he had some time, and um, his usual practice, is to have the headphones on and listening to some loud music to just isolate himself a little bit while waiting for his flight. But he decided to have the coffee that day because he had some time. So while queuing up for the coffee, the customer that's queuing up in front of him was having a very animated conversation with the barrister. So he was quite curious. So he took down his earpiece and actually listened to them having, very exchanging lots of pleasantry and asking about each other's holiday. It's the airport, so people are flying, and he got interested. Anyway, when it's his turn, all he wants to do is just order his coffee and be on his way because, as mentioned, he's actually not feeling very up to it. However, the conversation actually started. He was asked, where he's going. He's going home, whether he misses his family. And a conversation just go on and on, despite him feeling a bit awkward and just want to be on his way. However, the person that's serving him coffee continue to really try to connect with him on a very human level, and eventually encourage him to really enjoy the moment and to actually come back and share with her how his flight has been, how his trip has been when he returned to the airport. So he was thinking about it as he go back to his seat, and it struck him that he wants to find out more. He wants to understand how someone, it's a holiday season, how someone working during the holiday season, stuck in an airport, um, can still continue to have that kind of enthusiasm and that kind of passion when trying to serve the customer. So he went back and asked, "What's the secret?" And what after giving some thought, okay, the barrister, the lady that's serving the coffee, shared that all she's trying to do is not just serving coffee. She wants to serve happiness. And wow, serving happiness, and that keeps her going, and that allows her to elevate everyone that she comes into contact with. And that's quite fitting. I think what we are trying to do as educators, as teachers, we want our charges to be happy. We do. And we spend a lot of time thinking about how to help our students become happy. And of course, by happy, it's not just laughing all the way and having a good time. No, that is not the kind of happiness we are talking about. Those are just short-term joys. The happiness is thinking about what kind of skills, what kind of character development they really need, and what kind of attitude we can inculcate in them so that they have the tools to navigate this harsh world and to emerge from it happy. And that's one of the goals that we really want to really achieve as educators. But it's not easy, of course, because in order to serve happiness, we do need to become happy too. I mean, you can't be a unhappy person and trying to serve happiness. So to actually find that happiness in ourselves, to find that joy and a passion to carry on teaching and sharing our stories to motivate, so it gets tougher as time passes. But we keep trying. But it's always glad to see that we actually have sessions like this where it reminds us how important it is to really work as a team, work as a group to share, to motivate, and to keep this really important point in mind. I'm quite happy today to yeah, to have that kind of refresher. So school is reopening in a couple of days, um, and and one of the things that we actually learned long time ago is how do we learn? We learn not really by just doing, listening, or reading. We learn when we reflect upon what we read, we reflect upon what we heard, and even when we actually engage in a certain task, we reflect on the task that we have done and see what are the learning points. So that's one of the reasons why I started doing this video, because as we try to educate the young and tell them the importance of reflection, I thought it's good to actually show them that as adults we are also constantly reflecting. Just that sometimes it's not that easy to document our reflection because the demands on our time is so much more in our line of work. But I thought I want to start somewhere, so I'm making this video, and to see how long I can keep it up. But it is really just to document my own personal journey on regular reflection on the things that I learned along the way, the things I'm reminded along the way, and to see how I continue to grow and develop as an educator, because I've been in this line since I graduated from university. So yeah, almost 20 years, less than 20 years, almost. So, well, trying new things, I guess that's a positive. Yeah. So hopefully I can have more videos like this in the future. We'll see. Well, have a nice day.